So last year, we did a list of some of our favorite horror films.
Right, exactly.
And this year, the list is a little different.
Well, we figured what we would do is, since the Night Stalker is a vampire movie, some additional ideas for Halloween a la vampire is what we're hitting with right now.
Yes.
Go, John.
My first vampire film, The Fearless Vampire Killers, directed by Roman Polanski with his wife, Sharon Tate.
Yes. The very beautiful Sharon Tate.
Yes. And this is in the late 60s. I think it was 68.
Uh-huh.
It's a creepy movie, but it's a hilarious movie.
Yeah. I have one that's from 1994. It's directed by Michael Almereyda and starring Elena Lowenschon. It's a film called Nadia. And it takes place in New York City, and it's very atmospheric. It's very interesting, and in fact, David Lynch was the executive producer on it. So check that one out.
I remember seeing a poster. I never did see it. My next film it's a very interesting black and white, made by an Iranian filmmaker.
All right, John, you have me intrigued. I don't know if I know this one.
It's called A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
Oh, okay, great.
And it's really interesting. It was made several years ago, not too long ago, by Anna Lily Amirpour.
It's on my Halloween list for this year.
Yes, it's in Persian.
Great.
Yeah.
I have another one that's a very strange vampire movie. It's called Martin. It's written and directed by George Romero. And this young boy, he believes he's a vampire. He does not bite necks, but he has an interesting way of draining the blood, shall we say.
My next one is a Swedish film, Let the Right One In by
Unbelievable.
Thomas Alfredson. It's such a wonderful setting. It's
Holy
a refreshing look on vampire movies. And the vampires in it are very interesting indeed.
It's atmospheric, it's chilling, it's horrific. Honestly,
and it's got creepy kids.
And creepy kids, a classic.
Yeah.
Great stuff. This one's from 1971. It's called Daughters of Darkness. It's directed by Harry Kumel. And it is starring Delphine Seyrig and John Carlin. John Carlin was in the original cast of Dark Shadows.
Ah.
So you Dark Shadows fans out there, check it out. It's very sexy, very psychological, real good stuff.
Right. My next film is one from 1987, directed by Catherine Bigelow, Near Dark.
Sure.
Another great setting for a vampire movie, and it's kind of like California punk meets vampires.
Exactly.
It's a really interesting American vampire.
Yeah, nifty stuff. I'm going to go way back to 1922. The original Nosferatu, directed by Murnau and starring Max Schreck. This movie has so much atmosphere. It's truly unbelievable. It's made in 1922 and it's silent. And if you check out the Criterion Collection, it's toned. It has different tones. They have like a sort of a bluish tone for different times of day.
Right.
There's like an orange one for sunsetting and that sort of thing. But it's really nifty and very, very much worth seeing. Very atmospheric.
My next film, it's called 30 Days of Night from 2007. The director was David Slade. The most interesting premise of a vampire movie, I thought, it takes place in the far north of Alaska in the winter when it's always dark.
Oh, wow. What a great idea.
These vampires invade this town because they know it's going to be dark for the next 30 days.
Perfect.
Think of that.
What a great idea.
Oh, are you trapped or not?
Yeah, the night doesn't end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a great idea. I got to check that one out too. Another choice of mine is 1974, Dracula, directed by Dan Curtis. Since we're on the Dan Curtis subject. And it's starring Jack Palance. Jack Palance is superb as Count Dracula. I buy him across the board. He has such a presence. He always does, but he has such a presence in this. For Jack Palance alone, it's worth the price of admission.
And I seem to remember the Sisters of the Night, if that's what you call them, the women he has.
Yes.
They're very creepy when they show up in the basement of that castle.
There you go. Well, that's right out of the Lugosi Dracula.
Yeah.
And great stuff.
My last one it's a vampire movie, definitely, but it's a bit of a comedy.
Okay.
It's a quasi-documentary a la, say, Spinal Tap.
Okay.
It's called What We Do in the Shadows. And it's a documentary crew living with these three vampires in this house. It takes place in New Zealand, funny enough.
Of course it does.
And it's the New Zealand director, Taika Waititi, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He's I think he did the latest Thor movie. And, and Jermaine Clement, the comic from Flight of the Conchords.
Okay, great.
Very funny movie.
And my last one is from 1974. It's called Vampires, Vampyres, and it's directed by Jose Ramon Larraz. And basically, it's a movie about lesbian vampires.
Oh.
And they have a certain way of luring men into their clutches, and they also don't use their fangs. They have a very interesting way of drawing blood.
What year is that?
It's 1974.
Wow. I got to check that one out.
There you go. We got some homework to do.
Yeah. Excellent Halloween season coming up.
So enjoy your Halloween season and pick a vampire movie or 2 or 3. Enjoy a very happy Halloween season.
Scary stuff.
Oh. If you like our show, please recommend us to your friends. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play, and leave a review.
Go to our website at filmdetourpodcast.com to leave comments or email us with questions. You can also visit us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.